when we first seen the promo for it, we like soul. It's a man on the jazz. We see the soul. We're expecting soul,
a different type of soul.
We expecting a different type of soul
as it represents the black people.
You know what I'm saying? When you hear soul, you
which
like,
I was thinking as well.
It's like, we finna get.
That's not what I was thinking.
I definitely was thinking
that.
And so when I seen the film, it was more so. It didn't really hit black. It didn't hit black soul. It hit the actual soul of everyday people.
Right. Yeah.
So it was more so than black soul.
So is that an issue for you, or did you like the fact that it was more?
No, he's just calling attention to the fact that he
to
feels the marketing was more.
The marketing was a good way to get black people in there,
right.
But we not gonna make it a black movie.
Mm-hmm. It so still wasn't a black like, is
movie.
that a problem? Like,
no, it's not. It wasn't
do you think that makes it less?
I do have a problem with them doing that. I do have a problem with them doing that, marketing like that. I still did like the movie. But I do have a problem with them marketing that because what do you jazz?
The first crowd that they marketed, a group of black people was the first people that watched the early release.
Right, but it wasn't a black soul movie though.
I don't think that's not what the point of the movie was.
But he's not saying that. I'm not saying that. He's just calling attention, and that's a very important point, though.
Listen,
that he's saying that Disney used black voice and black culture in order to say we're going to put this word as the title on purpose to make you think that it's more so about black soul than just soul, and we're just going to have black soul as a feature, as a little spice on top.
So the title was soul, and we have character art for like spectral spirits and stuff like that. But you thought that it was about like some jazzy funk.
No, it's just that it would be featured
more
that it would
about
be more
the soul
in the
of black people.
Right. That it would be more in the forefront. That would be more tuned to black people.
You know what's crazy? I read an article that said, because it needed a lot of flushing out after they whatever, and it was going to be way more in this spiritual war.
Right.
And they wanted to add.
And
it was probably after they did the first crowd with the audience, and that's probably why they. But I'm only saying that to say it's still not enough.
No, it wasn't. Again,
it wasn't not enough.
Because y'all are saying like it was a sprinkler. So I'm saying even with them even going back in it and putting more.
Right. That's our point. Yes. That's what we're saying.
And I'm just saying that's ironic because that's them adding it after. So just imagine if.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And so, I guess business wise it was smart, but but morally, culturally, I don't like that because what it did was say. It was like we're gonna use because we only think white people. White people with soul. You don't think white people with souls. You don't think about that. You don't think that white guy got soul.
It's an anomaly when you say a white person has soul.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't. Because when it comes to soul with the black people is because it's our history and what we've done.
Tied to our culture.
It's tied to our culture, and so. That was their ploy, and then when I see the film, it more so encompassed the soul of everybody. So it was like, we're gonna make it for black people to want to watch it. Black lead, Jamie Foxx, and soul and jazz music. You get what I'm saying?
That was another gripe people had, because soul ain't jazz. And
right. Well, no soul is jazz. No soul is jazz.
I'm just saying that's one of the things that I read.
No, soul is jazz. But it was one of those. But white people say we gotta make sure we include everyone. So we're gonna see the soul of all people of just living life. Because if we use black soul, we ain't finna just be like, worrying about. Our soul.
That's why they chose New York, I think, because New York is a melting pot, as opposed to like I don't know,
New Orleans,
Chicago, New Orleans, and it literally be a majority black ass movie. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, because like that
and they could have
style
done
of
that.
music, like
because
funk,
look at Brave.
jazz,
look what they did for
bebop,
Brave.
all of that shit like started in the Renaissance, and it migrated. You know what I'm saying? I think it was dope to have it in there, like jazz clubs. Like
I didn't have a problem with New York. I didn't have a problem.
Yeah, like some speakeasy shit. Like
but,
you know what I'm
saying? No, I'm saying the only reason why
it's a
safe spot to bring in other non-black people.
Because of the popularity,
because it did trickle down from there. We're saying that it's understandable that they did that.
Yeah,
we're saying they could have went blacker.
But they could have went blacker. But I understand why they didn't, because they knew it would alienate people. They knew that they couldn't have it that black. You know what I mean? And that's
they don't mind alienating black people. people.
Like I said, look at Brave.
They cannot alienate white people.
Look at Brave and how Scottish. And say we don't know Scottish culture, so we don't understand when we watch other cultures how deep they go. But Brave is so Scottish. Like, it's
and
Scottish.
I love Brave. It's good.
Like, it's crazy. And the fact that they go to that attention to detail for other demographics, that's what our point is, as far as you have the opportunity to put black soul in this. You have the opportunity to make this very, you make everything else a crazy 110% representation of what it is. So why not us?
They
and
always
even when we
include.
have that representation, we can't show it as people. We have to show it as a ghost or some sort of spectral representation of a person. And that's the thing, is it's almost like Disney is saying, we don't know how to effectively show and display black people to other races, so we're not even going to try. We're going to make sure that this is the most creamiest black you can get.
Cream.
Facts.
That's a good analogy.
But you know what I'm saying? Because they got to mix it, because they feel like, you know, look at Princess and the Frog. And that to me was like, wow, this is really,
I know,
this
right?
is a lot for Disney. Like, Ray as a character, like, you know, the lightning bug, for people who are uninitiated. I forgot you haven't seen it.
It's such a good movie.
It's a great character because they allowed him to sit in that. But at the same time, it's like, wow, like like you said, how long did it take to get that? And that the fact that that's just the first 2D. You know, and now that they're on 3D, it's like, how long are we going to have to wait to get the first 3D black person? And we got it in Soul, and then it's the same thing where it's like, well, they're not a black person for the whole.